everybody, what's happening? Phillip Siddiq here, host Phillip Siddiq Show. Silicon Valley Comic Con, the first annual one, 2016. It was crazy, off the chain, wild. Just on Saturday alone, they had 30,000 people attend. It was crazy crowded. The panels were fantastic. They had the Back to the Future panel. And folks, we had access. We had the golden ticket. We were going to film that panel. It was one of the most popular ones the weekend. But I got sick. Yes, vomited everywhere, couldn't go to the panel. I was disappointed, as I know some of you are. But never fear. We have Stan Lee, Excelsior. Yes, we do have his panel, so sit back, relax. We're going to show you some exclusive clips from the panel for Stan Lee. I mean, if you get an opportunity to see him, you really should take it. He had so much knowledge, so much comedy that he does, and he does not embarrass anyone for asking a question. So that's good for him, Stan Lee. So we'll see you again later in the show.
Didn't think I could give a one-word answer, did you? Yeah, that's all. I was getting paid for it, so if I had gotten paid for designing shoelaces, I'd have designed shoelaces. It was just important to make money, and writing comics really was quite easy for me, so it was like getting paid to play. Because when you work on comics, you're playing, you're having such fun. Your imagination is running free. It's like when you were a kid, you read fairy tales. Well, doing these comics, it's like doing fairy tales for older readers. You have the same type of characters. In fairy tales, you have witches and goblins and dragons and all sorts of giants. And in superhero comics, you have the same type of thing. Author, dead or alive. I think maybe Conan Doyle, who did Sherlock Holmes, because I love the way he could make you feel you knew that character as if that character was your brother. I knew Sherlock Holmes better than I know him. But of course, there's not much to choose between there. Did I spill that whole thing on you?
It was my fault.
This is why they don't invite me too often.
My fault.
All right, we owe him a bottle of water. But anyway, I think Conan Doyle, I think maybe the next one would be Shakespeare. Nobody could write like Shakespeare. And his characters. I don't know if you're familiar with Julius Caesar, but when he has Mark Antony make his speech, you know, friends, Romans, countrymen, everybody knows that. But nobody knows, not as many people know Brutus's speech, which was Romans, countrymen, lovers, hear me for my cause, and be silent that you may hear. Believe me for mine honor, and have respect to my honor, that you may believe. And it goes on, and it's brilliant, except it wasn't as good as Mark Antony's speech, because they kill him after that. Anyway, those are the two authors that I kind of get a kick out of. Am I looking the right? I don't arrive at decisions lightly. I'm going to think about it. I'll talk to my associate, Max, and do something different than what he suggests. And no, I really don't know. Until they start writing the series, I won't know who I sympathize with. Since they're all good guys, my guess is I'll sympathize with both of them. And that's what makes it interesting, and that's what makes it fun. But as you can tell, I'm not a guy who hastily makes an opinion. I think about it, I analyze it, I scrutinize it, and by the time I'm through thinking about it, I forget what the hell it was I'm thinking about. I love doing these panels so much. Maybe I'd have become a professional panel doer. I never thought about it. I think if I hadn't gotten into comics, is that over there? Is that right?
Right here.
Over there. Okay.
Yep.
If I hadn't gotten into comics, I think I would have been some sort of a writer. I'd have written something because I love to write. And I might have tried to be an actor because my favorite person besides myself was Errol Flynn. Do you remember Errol Flynn? I always wanted to be Errol Flynn, and since I couldn't be Errol Flynn, I wanted to be like Errol Flynn. And Errol Flynn was an actor, and I always thought I could act better than him, and there you go.